Hey Tommy, now I do have a surprise for you.
I love surprises.
This is somebody you haven't seen in many, many, many years.
Excellent.
Sit there, I'll get him in here. Come on in.
Oh my God!
Tommy!
Mark, how are you, buddy?
How's it going?
I haven't seen you in forever. How are you?
I'm fine.
What are you wearing?
Well, I figured since you were bringing some old stuff and old memories of Ozone Park, this was my 11-year-old warm-up jacket from St. Mary Gate of Heaven when I played Bantam basketball. So it used to come down to here. Now, gotta hide this. It barely fits and it's ripped and dirty, but I needed to show it one more time before I got rid of it.
It looks great.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ozone Park, the movie. My name is Thomas Chiarella, also known as Tommy Cheese. I lived on 105th Street, 101-42, 105th Street, Ozone Park, Queens. My home for 51 years, still in my heart. And today we're here with two of my friends from Ozone Park, Queens, and I'd like them to introduce themselves.
How you doing? I'm Mark Ventimiglia. I lived in Ozone Park for 34 years or so. And I lived at 10150, 105th Street, Ozone Park. The old phone number I remember, VI6-3503. What a place to grow up.
And I'm Mark Ventimiglia, Frank's brother. Lived in the same house. I was born there, lived there for over a half a century before moving to Long Island. And a lot of the memories come back now seeing Tommy together with Tommy Cheese here and the whole block. We lived on the same side of the street on 105th Street between 101st and 103rd. And the neighborhood Ozone Park, that particular street, obviously ours, was so much fun to grow up in.
A few times, Russell Taddeo lived directly across the street from us.
Mm.
And behind him were the houses that were 106th Street.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle somewhere there was a family that had a nice piece of property, and they used to grow tomatoes like crazy.
Now with the tomatoes, you remember
So
what they
one
did?
day,
Yeah.
we jumped the fence,
Yeah.
we robbed the tomatoes. Brought them home to my mother, they were
Yeah.
plum tomatoes, and
Yeah.
she made tomato sauce.
Did she?
She said, "Where'd you get these?" Somebody gave it to us, Mom.
But talking about tomatoes, gentlemen, they used to be held up with, by the way, sponsored by Sheer Energy stockings, because you needed stockings to tie around the poles to keep the tomatoes nice and tall.
And
Right?
where would you go to get those stockings?
Woolworths
pharmacy.
and Wilco.
Yeah.
What pharmacy?
What pharmacy on 101st Avenue?
I'll let you
Shirelles?
Shirelles Pharmacy.
Next
Absolutely.
door.
So we're gonna do a little something here. Have a little fun with this. If you remember, Mark, why don't you hold that up right there? Again, not a sponsor yet, but you know, Schiavone's gas station is where we would get these little bottles of soda. And what did it cost back then?
A dime initially.
10 cents?
It was a dime initially.
10 cents, and they were ice cold, and they had the opener on the machine.
On the
Yeah.
machine.
Why don't you grab that one right there, Frank? What is that right there? Remember we used to say that in the neighborhood? It was bad if you had that. Show that up at the camera there, Frank.
You're making me laugh first, you know?
What was it? The cooties.
You got it.
Cooties. You got cooties.
I got the
Gave it to
cooties. So I bought the game, so you know, I permanently got cooties.
Cooties.
Again, 1960s, Ozone Park. This one was a little later, but how many of us watched this? Oh, do that right up. How many people watched The $6 Million Man?
Starring Lee Majors.
He
And-
could run faster,
Yeah.
stronger than the average man. Oh boy, unbelievable.
That was Superman. But
No?
the Six-
Well, but I mean him too, because he had bionics.
and he was married to Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett
yeah.
Majors.
What a beautiful woman she
Yeah.
was.
How many of you remember a Super Bowl? Well, this is a very special Super Bowl that Tommy lent me. This is a Mr. Softy Super Bowl. And in our neighborhood, the sound of Mr. Softy had all the kids running out to get the ice cream from Mike, our Mr. Softy guy.
I'm really glad you said Lent. I thought for sure that was going in your pocket.
I had enough of you, brother.
I
That's it.
challenge you.
I know, I'm challenging you. Let's go.
Odds are even.
I got evens.
So I got odds.
Good. Go. Oh! You get to pick the
I'll
guy.
take Red.
Good. Ding, ding.
Ah, we have a
You've gone
winner.
down. You've gone down.
I think it's defective.
Shake hands, guys.
From our youth.
We had the best time today talking about Ozone Park, Queens. And a special shout out today to two very special friends of ours that lived on 105th Street,
Colleen.
and Patty.
Slattery.
And I also want to give a shout out to one of the guys that made me a different person and the neighborhood show a lot of love. And that was Ralphie DeRosa. Everyone knew him as Ralphie. He was born normal, but at 2 years old, he had ended up getting some disease where he had some mental retardation. The biggest hugs, the biggest caring, and the best arc basketball shot you can ask for.
And I want to do a special shout out to another guy from 105th Street, Bobby Cosilla and Diane Cosilla. They lived across the street from us in Ozone Park. Great people. Special shout out to them. Just love you guys.
I can't do a shout out just to one person. It must be the whole gang that used to hang out on our stoop in Ozone Park on 105th Street. Many, too many to mention. You know who you are.
Bye, Ozone Park.
Ciao.